Okay, this is the Game is On 100 here with the video. And this video, it's a very long overdue video. I didn't do any videos for over 7-8 months, I believe. I was just too frustrated of the Bears this season. So I decided upon myself that I wasn't going to do any videos for the season. I should have announced something for that. I apologize for that. And now I can finally do a video, a long overdue video on the Bears, today's press conference, the firings, and all that. So let's get this underway. So, George McCaskey decided to fire Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace. That is a good thing that he fired them. They needed to go. They should have went last year. In my opinion, they should have been gone. Gone out of here. They should have been done. We had to waste from this stupid season of Bears football. Shout out to Schlag Daddy for that one. Anyways, from my point of view on this season, this was an absolutely terrible season for the Bears. I was watching each and every game, and I was saying, what is Matt Nagy doing? Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy drafted Justin Fields. They sabotaged Justin Fields from the get-go in the preseason. They didn't hardly get him with the first string offense. Hardly. The game when he did come in to start, the first game against the Cleveland Browns, that was an albatross of a game. They didn't do nothing to protect their first round pick that they drafted. It was dumb, stupid, Matt Nagy, dumb, self, football. It was his play calling that would cause for the bad game for Justin Fields against the Cleveland Browns. That should have not have happened. But Ryan Pace was too damn stubborn to do anything to change that. Because we all know for a head coach, you got to get the most out of your quarterback. You rely on his strengths, not to keep him in the pocket. Justin Fields isn't a pocket passer. He's a mobile quarterback. What do you do with mobile quarterbacks? You roll them out. It's plain and simple. Matt Nagy doesn't understand that. Anyways, I was hoping for the remainder of the season that I was watching with the game after game after game, giving up leads, blowing the leads. We only got 6 wins. We should have had only, I would say, we should have won only, we should have won only 4 or 5 games. We should have lost to Seattle. That should have been a loss right there. We should have lost that game. But really, what really pissed me off was the game against the Packers. Those 2 games. That was god-awful. The games against the Minnesota Vikings was bad. The first game against the Minnesota Vikings, very bad. Only scoring 3 points in the entire game except for a late touchdown. Come on. And what the hell did Matt Nagy do? They were all constantly getting into the red zone and they couldn't score. What the hell? And just like in the Sunday's game, the last game against Minnesota, what does Matt Nagy do? What does Matt Nagy do? Going 1 for 6 on 4th downs. They have 3 times they were at a 4th and 1 in the opponent's territory, and they went for it, and they went for passes. Why not just run the damn ball with David Montgomery? Football 101, jackass. Thank God that Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace are gone. Thank God that George McCaskey realized he needed to get both of those guys out of here. And now, during the press conference, George McCaskey embarrassed himself in that press conference. When I heard that he was going to do the press conference just by himself, I thought, well, this is going to be something. Maybe George McCaskey is going to be moving on from Ted Phillips. But the thing is, Ted Phillips is still the president of football operations. He's still running the football operations side, but George McCaskey stated that the general manager will only be reporting to him. What kind of message is that? You're keeping Ted Phillips as your president of football operations, but the GM is going to be reporting to ownership, George McCaskey. What the hell? This was just a bad press conference from George McCaskey. He's saying basically Ted Phillips is going to be concentrating on the business side. He's going to concentrate on the Arlington the Arlington Heights acquisition. That property is going to go work on that. So we'll see with George McCaskey does with Bill Polian to pick a GM and a coach. It's going to be very interesting on what the Bears are going to do. But George McCaskey embarrassed himself. I feel bad during that press conference. One of the reporters brought up Olin Kreutz as trying to get him paid $15 an hour for coaching the line. And George McCaskey flat out didn't say his answer the right way, saying that Olin Kreutz is a liar. But Olin Kreutz did verify from Henry Hangstand, and Ryan Pace himself did acknowledge that they did say that they would pay Olin Kreutz $15 an hour to try to coach the offensive line, to assist. George McCaskey sounded like an idiot when he said that. And of course, we had to deal with Bean Captain and guards George McCaskey during this press conference made him look so bad. I thought this was the holy grail of George McCaskey finally doing what was right for the Chicago Bears and getting rid of Ted Phillips. But he only changed the direction for Ted Phillips. He's not going to be doing any football decisions. It's going to be the general manager is going to be doing all the football decisions. So we'll see what happens with that. But overall, the season was trash. This was a very bad season from the get-go. I'm sorry I didn't do any videos during the season. I decided to the hell with it. I'm not going to do any videos for the remainder for the season of how the way I was feeling about this team. And the albatross, Matt Nagy sabotaging Justin Fields was just bad enough. So, anyways, we'll see what the Bears are going to do for GM and head coach. Hopefully they got this straightforward, get it right. And hopefully we don't have to see this for years and years to come. Hopefully they can ride the ship straight and try to keep the success going with winning football. Anyways, the game is on 100. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you next time.